Modern bikes can be a little intimidating, what with the fuel injection, the computer controls, and everything else they've got going on. Let's take a look at how simple it can be to install one of our MCL-3006 direct plug instrument packages. This particular set is in blue, and it's going to be going on this 2005 Police Edition. Since the Dakota digital gauges allow you to preset the odometer to match the mileage already on the bike, before you disconnect the battery and pull the stock speedometer, you're going to want to mark down the mileage that's already on the bike. And you want to make sure you've got a clean, soft place to set the windshield as well as the fairing when you get them removed from the bike to prevent any scratching. Alright, we've got the fairing off, so now we'll pull the stock gauges. And then we'll just repeat the process for the remaining 5 gauges. A popular upgrade for this instrument system is to swap out the chrome bezels for a set of black bezels. Making the change is as simple as pulling out the original screws, pulling off the chrome bezel, and dropping the gauge right onto the black bezel. And with a dab of blue Loctite, just install the new supplied screws. Moving to the underside of the motorcycle, we'll take a look at the second half of the oil temperature upgrade. Here we've already removed the Allen plug that goes in the center port of the engine right next to the oil drain plug. It's a 5/16 Allen head on this plug. Just pull that out, and then we've already installed the supplied temperature sensor that already has some thread sealant on the threads. With the sensor installed in the bottom of the engine, we'll go ahead and plug in the supplied harness. It's a weather pack connector. Make sure you leave yourself enough slack with the wiring in case you ever would need to unplug this. You've got a little bit of room to work with. Continuing routing the harness up, we've got it run up the bike right here. Comes out in the battery. We've got the seat removed, as you can see. With the stock gauges out of the bike, let's take a look at the Dakota digital against the Harley gauge. You can see that the Dakota digital gauges feature machined aluminum housings. The connectors are an exact match to the Harley gauge. The mounting studs are all in the same location. If the gasket's on, let's get these guys in the bike. We've got that auxiliary harness run, so now it's time to actually drop a gauge in place. So first things first, plug in that auxiliary harness, since before the gauge is actually installed is really the easiest time to get that connected. And then feed the gauge in from the front. And then go ahead and line up that basket. With these gauges all squared up, everything's plugged in, we'll go ahead and reinstall the fairing, reversing the process we used to remove it. Looks like all the gauges are lighting up very nicely. And one of the nice things about the Dakota Digital Instrument Package is that the stock trip reset button is used to control all the gauge functionality. So right now we've got it on one of the trip odometers. There's the second trip, kilometers, and the performance readings, and then back to the odometer.